So what do you expect me to say?
Let's get him!
I know you feel this way. Coming after you.
Hey there, what's up internet? BlackLightAttack here, and I've got another NU battle for you guys. This time it's against a fellow called STO2 or Santuario2. I'm not sure which he goes by, but his channel is in the description. This was a little bit of a concept team. You see I got the brown backgrounds because Ursaring is the star, and with keeping that in mind, you'll see why I make some of the moves I do, which would otherwise seem silly, but decided to use a concept Ursaring build, kind of weird, but yeah, we're gonna go into that in a second, and yeah, let's see what we can do here. So he's gonna lead off with his Pikachu, I assume trying to set up, and I'm gonna lead off with my Choice Specs Ludicolo. I don't know why I'm running a Choice Specs Ludicolo, don't ask me why, it's just a funny, goofy build. I love Ludicolo, and he does actually have some really good coverage on his movesets, on his special moveset, so I'm not sure if he's going to try to Volt Switch right off the bat or what, you know, maybe try to hit me with a Thunderbolt, because Pikachu does hit really hard, so I'm just going to Giga Drain right off the bat. That's going to be good because I'm going to eliminate his substitute. I'm going to live the Thunderbolt. I assume that I can live because Ludicolo is pretty bulky, which is one reason he makes a decent Surprise Specs user. And I'm going to get a good chunk of health back in one hit KO the Pikachu. Not really sure why he decided to go for the Thunderbolt. Maybe he thought he could KO, but anyway, Metang resists Giga Drain, so I'm gonna swap out and go to my Lapras, which was probably a bad switch because he actually tags me with a Toxic. I was expecting that that on this turn I would allow him to get the Stealth Rocks up. I'm hoping to set up with Dragon Dance right in his face, but you know, now that I realize it, well, I'm gonna be getting residual damage from the Toxic. I don't want to take a Stab Meteor Mash, so screw that. I'm gonna switch back out into my Ludicolo, because I don't really have too much that can hit this guy super effectively aside from Lava Plumes from Torkoal, so I'm just going to go for the Hydro Pump, which does hit neutral, and it's going to deal a nice amount of damage. He's going to go for an Earthquake, which does next to nothing because Metang sucks. I'm going to be honest, I tried using him. The general consensus on this guy is that he sucks. The only good thing about him is that he's the Steel type that can also Stealth Rock, and there are like no viable Steel types in the NU tier. So he's going to drop to the second Hydro Pump. He's going to go into his Ursaring. He's going to Protect right off the bat to activate his Toxic Orb. I don't really care at this point about Ludicolo. He's already removed two pretty major threats in the team, and actually pretty much everything on this guy's team is very threatening to my specific team. So yeah, so I'm just going to leave in Ludicolo to die. He's already done plenty of work, and I don't really see him being too useful. I suppose I could have kept him around, but really I didn't have anything else I wanted to sacrifice. So I'm going to go into Torkoal. The fact that he outspeeds me tells me that he's a Tangled Feet build rather than a Guts build, so I'm sure that I can wall him pretty nicely here, even if he's carrying, I don't know if Ursaring, I think Ursaring gets like Rock Attacks, like Rock Slide, but even if he's carrying them, I'm not really going to fear them too much. So I scout at Close Combat on the first turn, and at that point I'm like, I don't know why he's going for Close Combat, but if he's dedicated to go into Close Combat, I'm just going to go for a Lava Plume to trade hits, because I know it's not going to do that much, and he's going to get a defense drop, so I'm quite happy with that trade-off. I guess he thought maybe I was part Rock type, because Torkoal does kind of look like he's Rock type, and there's also like Magcar Go, who looks kind of like Torkoal, definitely in the same color scheme and everything, who is Rock Fire, but Torkoal's pure fire, so that didn't end up too lucky for him. I'm going to Rapid Spin to finish him off, which is always funny to get a Rapid Spin kill, and on the extra plus side, get the rocks out. So I'm going to scout his attack again with a Protect. Of course he's going for the Rock Slide, because that's going to do a ton of damage to a Torkoal. The Sheer Force Life Orb Rock Slide. So on the second turn he goes for Earthquake, which is kind of surprising. I guess maybe he thought I would switch after having scouted his Rock Slide into something else, but I really don't have anything to take either of those attacks, so I think Rock Slide would have done more damage because of the sheer force boost, but whatever. I'm going to tag him with a Lava Plume in return, which does not do as much as I had hoped, or not as much as I hoped. I was hoping for the burn. It does deal a decent amount, quite over half. And with his Life Orb damage he's getting from the Earthquake, doing quite nice damage to this guy over time. So I'm going to go into my Lunatone, because I always think that Rock resists Rock, but it doesn't. If it had, then he would have completely walled this guy with resists. But anyway, I'm going to go for the Cosmic Power, and I see that I can only live one more attack from Tauros, so I'm going to Baton Pass out. A lot of people don't realize that Lunatone gets Baton Pass. He actually gets it from Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which was a shit game that nobody played. So, and I don't know, it's legal though, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to go into my Ursaring, who's going to take this attack quite nicely from around a third and go for a bulk up, giving me another defense boost. His entire team at this point that's left is all defensive, or physically offensive. Nobody is specially offensive, so I don't really have to worry about that. And he's going to go for the Rock Climb now, but it's kind of too late for that. Even though it deals more damage, even after the bulk up, it's kind of too late, because now I have 2 bulk ups under my belt, and now make that 3. So, well, sorry, a bulk up and a Cosmic Power. Now 2 bulk ups and a Cosmic Power. So I'm sitting at +3 defense, +2 attack. And he is really in trouble now, because he really can't outdamage my my Rest, which, surprise, I carry Rest. You may have noticed that I was carrying Leftovers instead of a Toxic Orb, and you may have been wondering about that, like what the hell is an Ursaring doing without his Guts boost? Well, surprise, I have Rest. I'm going to heal off all that damage and keep my +3, +2, and now he's not looking too good. He's going to switch out to Torterra, probably to try to set up while I'm asleep, but here's the crescendo of the entire team. I am a Rest-talking Ursaring here. This is a really surprising set that I doubt anyone will ever see coming. And he luckily picks the return on the Sleep Talk. He's going to one-shot the Torterra with no problem. Now I am sitting pretty at +3, +2, just one-shotted Torterra. I've got the Guts boost from the Sleep, and I'm Rest-talking, and now he is in trouble. So he's going to go in to his Rampardos. I'm going to get another bulk up. I believe he misses his Stone Edge here. I believe that was the same turn. I believe he outspeeds me. Yeah, he already moved and missed his first Stone Edge. I don't really think that mattered, to be honest, because judging from how much this one does, even before the 3rd bulk up, not really too worried about it, considering I just would wake up this turn and rest off. Unless he had gotten a critical hit, then of course it would have mattered. So I assume that Rampardos has to be a Rock Polish build because he's carrying the Life Orb instead of a Choice Scarf, but not really worried because he really has no choice. He outspeeds me anyway, and he has no choice but to try to whittle me down and pray for a critical hit. But I could just keep going for Sleep Talks right in his face. I get the return, and from almost full health, from 80% health, because he's taken 2 Life Orb recoils, he's going to go down to a return, even though Rampardos is pretty bulky on the physical side, and he resists. Absolutely beautiful. I am so glad with how this set turned out. The only problem is that since he's a mono attacker, he's completely walled by ghost types, but that's why I keep Skuntank around, is because Skuntank is amazing at taking out ghost types with a combination of Sucker Punch and Pursuit. So I accidentally didn't hit Rest Talk on that turn, or Sleep Talk rather. I just went for the return. I thought that was my wake up turn. I miscounted, whatever. Not a big deal. Gonna finish him off with the return on my wake up, and that'll be the game. So Ursaring, you are the man. STO or Santuario, thank you for battling with me. That was a great match. You guys watching at home, you can like the video if you liked it. My name is BlackLightAttack. Take it easy.